Welcome as we build, this is easily my most favourite project, this random coffee table. Now it's important to start off with saying that this was in answer to a competition that RYOBI called Broke to Bespoke, and they wanted you to upcycle something and go in the draw for $3,000 worth of tools. So here I had this old coffee table that I got from Hard Rubbish, which I thought was going to be perfect for the project. Basically, I'll just use the frame and build a nice new top for it. So I went about taking it apart and quickly realised that it was pretty wrecked. The thing was a bit of a mess, and I had to use something original from the coffee table for this project in order to be eligible for the competition. So you can see it's a bit of a mess, but I've decided to hold on to the legs. So I use my multi-tool to be able to get into those corners and rounds and gaps to sand them right down. And get that dark brown finish off them. Now pretty clearly you can see that this is a Hard Rubbish find. These are definitely scraps of timber. Apart from being filthy, they've got all kinds of whatever on them. So needed to break those apart to get some uniform pieces. So measure them up and get cutting. So this one was a little wider than the others, so I cut that one down. And then I needed to get sanding them. When you don't have a bench sander, you improvise. It actually worked really, really well. So I wanted to take the paint off, but not all of it. Leave a little bit of that character. So I decided to paint the legs black. And with that timber that you saw before, I made myself a basic box. I then cut down the original coffee table top to make a base for the top. So you'll see that in there. And get these legs in. Then if we flip it over, you'll see that. This is the fun part. Got all these random bits and pieces. We're going to try and fit them in there. Now the tile spaces I used to try and give even gaps between the pieces. Didn't always work. My little Aldi bandsaw worked a treat in this project, cutting some pretty heavy timbers. But you can see it coming together. A little bit of glue underneath. I'd screw them in from the side to the base as well. Okay, that looks pretty cool. So then went at it with a planer, because you can see there's a lot of different thicknesses in there. I didn't really think this through. Wasn't sure how I was going to tackle that. And in the end, made a router jig to fit the coffee table, as you can see there. And attacked it that way. You'll notice my projects I've used a router jig in every one of them, I think, so far. Unfortunately, this meant that a lot of small corners chipped off, and I lost a little bit of detail with things like that. But the other thing I failed to mention was that I had a week to start and finish this before we went on holiday overseas. So I was working my guts out to get this finished. It's starting to come together. It look really good. And now the black putty. Plain old black putty to fill the gaps. And more sanding. More sanding, more sanding, more sanding, more sanding. See, that's looking good. Well, I think it does. And now to finish it off with a satin varnish. Look at the grains. We've got jarrah, we've got merbau, we've got pine, we've got spotted gum, we've got black butt, we've got Vic ash, Tassie oak, and black putty. And reflections from my garage lights. I wish I had mitered the corners for the frame, but, you know, I didn't. And I'm really happy with how that came up. I had the vision and it worked. And there it is. At home, in the lounge room, looking pretty good. I hope you like the design. It's certainly not that difficult if you've got all kinds of random bits and pieces at your disposal. And the putty comes in all kinds of different colours. But hang on, before we finish, I actually came runner-up. So I got myself a RYOBI table saw, which was great because I had an old hack of a thing, which was a fantastic addition. I also got a bench sander, a jigsaw, and another battery to add to the collection, which was just awesome to be recognised. The jigsaw worked great. And a bench sander. So pretty happy with those new additions. I'm glad I pushed myself to get that done in a week. I'm happy with the finished product, and I'm happy with the prizes, definitely. So thanks for watching, and be sure to join my social channels if you haven't already. Cheers.